friends, welcome to my humble homestead. So today I am back. I am so ready to get back into my normal routines. I have some things coming up. I'm really excited to be back. It had gotten really busy for a while. I know that I've been kind of slacking on a lot of things, so I'm really excited to be back. I know that I'm not going to be doing quite as many videos as I was before. I was doing them almost daily for a while. So I really plan on trying to get out for sure one a week. I know a lot of you have been very supportive on that, and I appreciate it. I know you've been saying, just do what you can, and we're subscribed, and I really, really thank you for that so much. Your support means so much to me, so I really thank you for that. It means a lot. And yes, I am still going to work on my holistic stuff. I still am going to work on, I have so much to do, you guys. It's been so busy. I still have to make my beauty things, I'm out of my turmeric tab, so I have to get on that, the muscle rub, and I have so much to get going. But for now, I need to meal prep. So that's the first thing I'm going to do. So in this video, what you're going to see is I have made a pot of yogurt. I was out of yogurt and I'm really working on my gut health again. I'm going to show using things on my pantry and making a super fast, super easy chili in the Instant Pot with the things that I have, and a roast in the slow cooker. So I'm going to be doing those things and making some sauerkraut. So I am going to be getting the sauerkraut done. So that's what I'm going to do here. And then with my yogurt that will be done, then I will be making some things like chia pudding and overnight oats and things to have for breakfast. So those will be coming up soon as well. All right, so thanks so much, you guys. We're gonna go ahead and start the meal prep. The meal prep I did actually yesterday, so I'm gonna just insert it here. Hi friends, welcome to my humble homestead. I am actually going to do some meal prep today. So in this first Instapot here, I have a pot of yogurt that I started. I do have videos on how I make my yogurt in the Instapot, but I did take out a half a gallon of milk that I have in my freezer. I have bought some raw dairy. I do have some in the freezer that I've been using up. So I have that going. Tomorrow I'm going to make some chia pudding and some overnight oats and stuff, so I will be adding that in a video. And then here in this Instapot, I am going to make some chili because I do have some leftover brats. I bought 2 packs, we ate 1. And I want to have a pot of chili, plus I was going to do some chili slaw dogs. So I was going to make some coleslaw. When we went to the grocery store, I had ordered 1 package of coleslaw salad mix, and I don't know how I ended up with 4. So instead of doing that, I decided I gave 1 to my daughter-in-law, and then I decided I'm going to take the rest of them. Plus I have a head of cabbage here that I was going to use that head of cabbage and make some sauerkraut, because I do want to also start working on my gut health. I am going to get that done. And then I took out a roast out of the freezer, and I have a bunch of veggies that I need to use up that were in my fridge. Some celery, carrots, and some potatoes. So I'm going to chop up the veggies, get that going in my slow cooker, and we are just going to get a roast going. So these will make up several meals. Whatever I don't eat up, I will freeze for freeze ahead meals, which you all know I love to have those as well for future meals. So right now, let's get into some meal prep. And I just thought normally I kind of have everything kind of prepped, like my stuff chopped ahead of time, then just throw it in. I thought I would do it while I have you here, and we can just chat on what's going on. Now I cut my vegetables pretty large. I scrubbed these potatoes already, so that way I I'm kind of a lazy cooker, and it's mostly just for myself. I don't even peel them. I just, as long as they're, you know, organic or grown for myself, I just chop, you know, scrub them good. I had a couple of red potatoes left, and then I have a big amount of russets left. So I just use those. So I got the potatoes in there. I need to get a jar of broth. So I have a jar of lamb broth I'm just gonna put in there, and it's on my shelf, so I'm gonna use that one up. There we go. In here. Then I'm just gonna take my roast here that I got from the butcher. This is a shoulder roast that I also got. Now this is a pork roast. I know a lot of you, some of you don't eat pork, and that's fine. I got half a pig from my friends too. So this is what I have. I'm gonna put it in here, season it with some salt and pepper. I'm not light-handed on the pepper. And you know, actually I'm gonna chop an onion, put in here, and I'm gonna put some garlic in there. I'm gonna put some garlic in my chili as well. There we go. Never go wrong with garlic. I'm gonna chop up some onion. I just want a little onion in my chili. I did have onion in some of my tomatoes. The onion I pretty much just use for flavor, and with that roast flavor, I don't mind having a nice big bite of, I love onion, so I don't mind having a bite of onion. And then I need to wash these. I have some organic carrots, so I want to wash them up really good so I don't have to peel them. Alright, so I scrubbed these up. And then I just have a few of these little carrots. Kids like to eat those with ranch dressing. Those need to be used up, so I'm just going to throw those in there. And then I'm going to throw some celery in here. And then for the roast, I'm just going to slow cook this until it's cooked. For that, I will eat that over a couple days, and then probably make some meals out of leftovers with that. And then on to the chili. And then the sauerkraut. All right, that one is started. Now for the chili here. So I had a bunch of these beans that were on my pantry shelves, and I needed to use them up, so I rinsed them already, and I'm going to do a little dumping of this in here. And same with, that was a kidney bean. This one is a black bean. And this one is a 3 bean. So this one has kidney, pinto, and black. I have some canned ground beef that I canned up. Normally I would just saute some meat up, but I'm just going to use this. I'm going to put the whole thing in there, juice and all. Doesn't hurt to have a little bit of fat in there. And then I'll just kind of fork it out so it kind of gets a little bit smaller. But you can see it's real tender. It's already cooked because I pressure canned it. And there we go for that. It's super easy because everything is just taken right off my pantry. I've got some canned tomatoes. If I need tomato paste, I grabbed a can of tomato paste. So let's throw in some of these tomatoes. I actually already had put in one of the large cans of tomatoes in there, so I'm going to see how much more I need. I think this will be plenty. Then I've got some cumin, cayenne pepper, salt and pepper. Probably did about 1/4 teaspoon of the cayenne. You can do it as, leave it in or out, make it as spicy as you want. I'm going to do a tablespoon of the cumin. Nice amount of salt. Healthy amount of black pepper in there. Now let's mix this up. And then this, I'm just going to put it on the stew setting on the Instapot and let this cook. It should be done in 20-30 minutes because everything's already pre-cooked. Here, I'll let you see what this looks like here. There you go. So I'm just going to cook that. That will probably be what I eat tonight because the roast is going to take much longer. And it is already 4 p.m. So that looks about right. I'll let that cook, and then if I need to thicken it, I'll add some tomato paste. So you can totally see how fast that was. Now I'm just chopping up this cabbage, and I'm going to pour it in this large bowl, and I'm going to add some salt to kind of get it to sweat, because I'm going to chop it up, mix it up, and turn this into sauerkraut, which is one of the best ways to get some natural probiotics. And I want to show you, a lot of times I'll actually, if I am doing all of my own sauerkraut, cabbage from the garden and stuff, I will just get my KitchenAid out and I will just shred it. But since I have these, because I was gonna make coleslaw and they gave me so many bags of that, I'm gonna do this and then I'm gonna do a bag of that. Let's see how much. That's probably gonna be enough for a plenty amount of sauerkraut. I keep saying coleslaw. And this will give a good arm workout. Now some people even put like apples in here. And now I put some Celtic sea salt in there. And now I just literally kind of mix it up and I munch it to kind of get it, oops. Now you don't even have to put the apple cider vinegar in there. I put maybe like a tablespoon, but I just did it as a little starter. But it really will just, I'll put some of the big chunks on top. We'll start sweating from just the salt and the cabbage. And once I do this, I'm gonna put it in glass jars. And I'm gonna see, I may need 2 of the half-gallon ones. I'm gonna see if I need 1 or 2. And then I'm just gonna put a coffee filter over the top and let it sit for about 3 or 4 days out on the counter. And that is literally it. Once I like the consistency, I'll put it in the fridge and I will eat. I like to eat, I mean, if you don't normally eat probiotic foods, but because I eat yogurt every day, but I like to eat a good, like a quarter of a cup every day of this. And that's a nice probiotic on the gut health. So I'll just do this and then I will show you how it sweats here. And the liquid that comes from this is literally just from the salt. And what I'll do is I'll start putting it in my jar. And I'll put a little bit more salt in there. We kind of taste it to make sure it's, yeah, that's plenty salty, so I'm not gonna add any more salt. I'll put some in there and then I'll munch it down. I'll add more. And that is how we'll do it. So I will see you in a bit. Thanks for watching, you guys. Okay, welcome back, friends. So this is my sauerkraut. So I have pounded it down so there's no air in this jar. So this is 1 half-gallon jar. If you remember how big the bowl was, I pounded it down so much that all of it fit, and there's still even space here in this half-gallon jar. So I pounded it down and you can see that it's all underneath the juice that came from just the cabbage and the salt. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put a coffee filter over it and then I'm just gonna put a lid on and on. Enjoyed that meal prep, everybody. I enjoyed sharing that with you. I did have chili for dinner. Here's a picture of it. And my yogurt, I am actually straining. So it is really thick, but I strain the whey out and then I save the whey to make my next batch of yogurt. I'm gonna have a bowl of yogurt for breakfast this morning before I head out to my appointment. And then my roast, which right here looks amazing, I am going to have that for dinner tonight. And then I'm going to put that all up into portions, make some freezer meals, have that for a couple of dinners. And then I don't know if I'm going to make some soup or whatever out of the rest of it. I may do that. And then for the chili, I'm going to portion that up and freeze some of that. And then have some in my fridge for some chili broth. And then in a couple days, my sauerkraut will be done. And so I'll probably put some sauerkraut over it. I'm excited about that. So thanks so much for watching, you guys. Have a wonderful day. Be blessed. And any of you that are in those storms thing, I'm in the storm area praying for you. Stay safe. Bye.